Okay, let's bring this meeting to order.
Okay, welcome to the Queen Anne's County Commissioners meeting. This is a public meeting that is being aired live on our local cable television station, QACTV 7. These media broadcasts provide county citizens an opportunity to watch and review our scheduled public meetings. In addition to our live audience this evening, we are providing remote options for citizens to watch and participate in county commissioner meetings. Citizens may watch our meeting live on our website at qac.org/live or on our television channel, Breezeline Channel 7 and High Definition Channel 507. Citizens may also participate by joining the live Zoom meeting by going to qac.org/public comment. Citizens may also email comments to publiccomment@qac.org. Comments received will be summarized during the press and public comment period on this evening's agenda. We acknowledge your participation, and by attending you acknowledge that this session is both recorded and aired. Press and public comment will be taken and is limited to 3 minutes per person. If you care to speak, please sign the information table in our lobby. Comments longer than 3 minutes can be submitted in writing for the Commissioner's review. We will now stand and be led in the Pledge of Allegiance by Commission Vice President Phil Dumanel.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Folks, if we could please remain standing for a moment of silence, please, in honor of Jack Norman Wilson Sr., the father of Commissioner Jack Wilson, passed away several weeks back. Thank you very much. You may be seated.
All right, Commissioners, that brings us to the approval of today's agenda. So our agenda for today's meeting, February 14th, Valentine's Day, along with the regular and closed session minutes from your January 24th meeting, have all been circulated for review. Do we have any additions and or corrections?
Make a motion to amend the agenda to add one desk item.
I get it. Second?
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
Motion to approve the amended agenda and the meeting minutes as submitted.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any questions, comments? All in favor?
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
All right, thank you, Commissioners. Okay, so we just had a closed session under the General Provisions Article, Sections 3-305B1 to discuss boards and commissions along with personnel, and Article 3-305B3 to discuss land acquisition. And I think we had a couple of things to announce. First was the Bike and Pedestrian Committee appointment.
Make a motion to appoint, where's our applicant? Oh, Norman Bossy to fill a vacancy on Bicycle and Pedestrian Committee. This term will expire February 28th, 2026.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions, comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And opposed? So moved. Congratulations, Norman.
All right, thank you, Commissioners. And then we had a conversation about upgrading the position for the Character Counts Coach Specialist from part-time to full-time.
Motion to upgrade the character counts coach from part-time to full-time for the remainder of this fiscal budget.
Second.
We have a motion and we have a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And opposed? So moved.
All right, thank you, Commissioners. That brings us to our first press and public comment period. So thank you for taking the time to express your views to the County Commissioners. Comments are limited to 3 minutes per person. Comments longer than 3 minutes can be submitted in writing. This commission respects your desire and right to convey your message freely. When you come forward, please speak clearly at the standing microphone. State your name, address, and your topic of interest. And in keeping with the dignity of our office, we ask that all views be expressed in a respectful and civil manner.
Reverend Eric Daniels.
Good evening.
I came representing the Queen Anne's County branch of the NAACP to read to you this month's proclamation. Whereas the month of February is designated as Black History Month, we celebrate the culture and contributions of Black Americans and the Characters County pillar of the month, which is respect. Whereas all citizens of Queen Anne's County are encouraged to embrace both, not just during the month of February, but always. And whereas Queen Anne's County recognizes and respects the many contributions of Black citizens to our local economic, educational, cultural, spiritual, and political developments. Whereas the observance of Black History Month calls our attention to our shared humanity and the responsibility to respect the positive influences of Black business owners, Black educators, African American heritage events, the Black church, and minority community leaders. Whereas Queen Anne's County vows to become a community in which all citizens, past, present, and future, are respected for their contributions or potential contributions to our community, to the state, and to our nation at large. Therefore, we, the county commissioners, you, the county commissioners of Queen Anne's County, in partnership with Queen Anne's County Branch 7024 of the NAACP, do hereby proclaim and recognize February 2023 as Black History Month and encourages its citizens to celebrate our shared Black history by patronizing local Black businesses, volunteering in Black communities, supporting local African American initiatives, and engaging in local shared learning experiences as we continue our efforts to create a community culture of respect and mutual concerns. We thank you for recognizing.
Reverend Eric Daniels, thank you for reading it. I was going to. This is your proclamation. Yes. But you know what? It sounded a lot better coming from you.
Amen. Amen.
So it lacks Commission President Jim Moran's signature on it. So before you leave, if you can make sure that Margie has your contact information, okay. Commissioner Jim Moran will sign this, and then we'll get it off to you folks.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for being here, and very well written. Very well written.
Enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Picture of these guys?
Back there?
Yes.
Hold on,
Yeah,
get a picture.
Let's get a picture, gentlemen. Yeah, we had some time for you on the agenda anyway, so yeah, right up here. Why don't you get a picture of everybody? Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah. And Susan, come on up. They beat you in here, yes. Well, they jumped ahead on the schedule a bit, but come on up, Susan. Yeah, good to see you.
Get towards the center.
Yeah.
Picture. Everybody. Yeah, slide down. Let's go to the center of the room. Right by the chairs.
Come on over this way. Come on, Susan. You know to do it.
So I'm going to have you hold this up. There you go.
All right, even in that.
Reverend, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you for visiting us. Thank you. Appreciate it. John, get over.
I didn't even need to go.
Can you go home, right? Can you go home?
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought so.
We'll have to get that one to them as well.
All right. Nice work, Susan. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's perfect.
Every time.
And then next we have Bob Zillig.
Thank you. My name is Bob Zillig. I live in Graysonville, Maryland. And I'd like to share just a few public comments with you for your consideration prior to the armored storage decision. So first comment really is granting growth allocation for changing critical area land use designations is really a relatively infrequent thing for the county to do. There have been only 2 instances in the past 7 years, both of which were for expansions of existing industrial parks, the one industrial park being Mattapique and the other one being the Chesapeake one in Stevensville. The current request for armored storage is very different than these past industrial park expansions. Armor storage is not adjacent to any existing intense development area, but is rather an infill commercial development that's going to be embedded within the environmentally protected critical area. As such, its environmental impact is more consequential, and the precedent it sets is more concerning. My second comment really relates to the developer's legal team's suggestion in the January 24th public hearing that when conflicts exist between zoning regulations and critical area regulations, that zoning rules should take precedence or supersede the critical area regulations. Thus, their request was for you to change the longstanding critical area regulations from limited to intense development so they can build the 156,000 square foot facility. However, I do not believe this is the proper perspective. Instead, the best community solution is when the two sets of regulations work together, not one dominating over the other. The zoning rules define the land use options, and the critical area regulations specify the scale and the intensity of development. Only when both regulations are equally respected is the optimal community solution achieved. My final comment relates to the state's Critical Area Commission's role in this process. I contacted Susan McClough. She's the natural resource planner who acts as our county's representative at the Critical Area Commission, to get her perspective. She explained that the Critical Area Commission recognizes and empowers the county's elected officials to make these growth allocation decisions, as you are the most informed and, as elected officials, most aware of your community's needs and concerns. Thus, this decision really is yours alone to make, and our county and our community is looking to your leadership to make what is the right decision that will stand the test of time. Thank you.
That's all that have signed up for public comment. Is there anybody else that would like to speak? All right, we'll close public comment. All
right, Commissioners, we can move into the presentations we have this evening. The first one we have is Miss Emily Crosley with the FFA Indianapolis Convention Trip Update. So is Emily here? And if you want to turn to tab number 6, item 1, and I believe it is up on the screen here as well for the audience to view.
Right here.
Go ahead.
Come on right up here. Sure, come on up.
Slides.
Sir, you can come up and take a picture from back here if you'd like. Okay.
All right, as requested, you're here.
All right, so we are some of the officers from the Queens County FFA chapter, and we just wanted to thank you for your donation to our chapter to allow us to go to the National FFA Convention in Indianapolis in October. So we have some slideshows to talk about what we did on the trip and how we benefited from it.
Very good.
Everybody introduce themselves.
Yeah, who do we have here?
I'm Megan Mansfield, the vice president of the chapter.
Giles Stanton, I'm the treasurer.
Alyssa Crosley, secretary.
And I'm Emily Crosley, the president.
Very good. Okay, floor is yours.
So the picture on the left is us at the Lauren Alina and Jimmy Allen concert, which was like one of our night outs. And then the picture to the right is us having a dinner, just trying to like get to know each other, because not all of us really knew each other before the trip. And so we just got to get to really know each other and do team bonding, really.
How many went?
10 members and
Okay.
then our advisor.
The Buffalo Wild Wings. How fitting.
The picture on the left is us walking through the streets of Indianapolis, which was a really big change of scene because we're all from here. And on the right is our day of service, which is where we picked up trash, which is at a new project for the city of Indianapolis to create a new community park.
Picture on the left is, picture on the left is us also walking back to the hotel after our day at the convention center through the city, and on the right is the morning when we were on our way to the convention center, and there we learned and did workshops and other activities where we got to know people from all over the country and got to meet like different ag people. It was very interesting.
And what's that building that you guys are, that's in the background on the picture on the right?
The Indianapolis State Building, I believe.
Okay.
And then this is us at the rodeo that night, which was really cool because they were like really good. So another like team bonding night, but it was a lot of fun.
Did you guys ride any bulls or anything? Or?
No, but 2 of our members did get to sit on one, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. Ooh.
Very good.
Awesome.
So tell us about, so you attended this conference, it was seminars. What were some of the subjects that you guys discussed? I know that as elected officials, we attend a conference ourselves to learn how to be better governmental leaders on various subjects. How about you guys?
So most of the workshops we went to were about leadership, about learning leadership skills and how to be like officers in our chapter and take the voices from our members and implement it through our chapter.
Gotcha. And so you met other chapters from across the United States. Any memorable friendships that you guys made with other chapters? Any particular state? How about you?
No, I can't say. I don't know about anybody else, but it was definitely fun to like meet people from all over the country and just like understand their background and how agriculture there is different than here. Just getting to learn a whole bunch of new stuff.
Gotcha.
Is the lifestyle of agriculture different from other people? I mean, other places when you talk to them about how,
yeah.
like what they do for fun or where they go and that kind of stuff, or is it all?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely varies all over the country, and it was, it's just kind of different because like you don't realize it, but there's just so many other people that were there, and everybody is just so different how they do things. So yeah.
Good. So is anyone leaning towards cattle or soybeans or corn or anything in particular? Emily?
But I mean, it's different parts of the country, it's different stuff is their
Swearing in the guy.
primary source of ag though, right? I mean, the Midwest and everything's different than what we do here on the East Coast for sure, so. All right.
Very good. So you said 10 of you all went?
Mm-hmm.
Those are pretty cool blue jackets.
Some of them might already have pins, but.
What will really make you stand out is the Queen Anne's County pin. So do me a favor, I'll give you guys each one, and then you will make sure that the other members that went on the trip get theirs.
Did you count right, Phil?
Should be enough. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
So I just wanted to mention, not to show my age, but when I was your age, I had the opportunity to go to the 50th anniversary of FFA, and it was in Kansas City. And very much, your pictures are just making me reminisce about my trip. We took a bus and went to the rodeo, and it was a lot of fun. So you'll remember it the rest of your life. Thanks for being great kids.
Thanks for coming in.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Are we ready for that now?
All right. All right, welcome Commissioner Moran. I mean, I know you had a difficult afternoon testifying in Annapolis today for us. We appreciate that, and
He's still smiling.
not too late to the party, so that's good.
Smiling.
Welcome back to the shore.
Oh, man.
Welcome back to life.
All right, Commissioners, our next presenter actually already proceeded earlier today, Mr. Eric Daniels. We appreciate that. So after that, we have the swearing-in ceremony for the FEC. So I think Bill Faust and Buddy Thomas. Gentlemen, can you come in?
You're just in time, Jim.
Did you already do?
Yeah.
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 Gentlemen.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Have a seat. So
Like
first.
what? They got to stand
Oh,
against.
no, 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 no.
Come on, I know.
So for the folks that are watching on our television audience who don't know what the FEC is, can you just give a quick, brief description of what exactly the FEC is and what it does?
Basically, it's the organization to come to the county from all 9 fire departments in Queen Anne's County. We work under one organization, which is the Fire and EMS Commission, which I'm chairman of, and Buddy's the vice chairman.
And you guys meet monthly?
We meet monthly, first Thursday every month. We get together the budgets for budget requests for the county. We deal with operational issues within the county as a whole with departments. We work with like PIAs, which are post-incident analysis. Matter of fact, we just made a rule where it's going to be at our regular meeting if we have one. And I am in the process of getting information from the MIFRI, which is Maryland Fire and Rescue Institute, on a class so I can take it so I can be able to run a PIA the proper way. So, and then I come back and meet with you guys for the budget hearings and stuff. So.
And so this FEC, Jack, you said is the commercial liaison on the FEC?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's representatives from all 9 firehouses?
Yes.
They're presidents and the chiefs of those houses?
Well, the normal FEC meeting is the chief officer, and then we have an administrative committee, which is the presidents, and then we have an operations committee, which deals with the operational issues, like the standard operating guidelines and things like that they bring back for the FEC to vote on and make it a county policy under the stuff. Right now, probably in the next, maybe not next month, but the month after, we will be coming to you we redid our bylaws and updated it. Some of the wording was a little outdated, and it needs to come back and you all approve it. Once we get the changes and we agree to it, then we bring it to you for your final approval.
And then they also have our county EMS is a part of that meeting as well, and give updates on what the county side EMS is doing so that they can work seamlessly with the volunteers, obviously, because they pretty much intermingle without.
So it's a collaborative effort from EMS?
Yes.
And our 9
From
firehouses?
Department of Emergency Services, Scott Haas and new Zach Yerkes and Phil English and all, we all work together hand in hand trying to make the county better.
Service-wise, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Things come up.
And again, I will reiterate, and I've said this before, we're very, very fortunate as citizens here in Queen Anne's County to have a volunteer fire services that we have. If we had to go to a paid service, the dollar amount and the cost reflective of that is unimaginable. So,
it would almost make the school board's budget.
so on the behalf of the citizens of Queen Anne's County,
Little.
thank you very much. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And thank you guys for serving as the chair and vice chair too.
It's my 13th year. I've been in just a hair longer than you've been a commissioner. Because I started with Steve Aarons.
There you go. Yes.
All right.
All righty, are we ready?
Swear them in.
All righty. Well, gentlemen, you stand and raise your right hand. Use your name or I'll use mine. I, James Moran,
I, Bill Faust,
do solemnly promise and swear
do solemnly promise and swear
that I will, to the best of my ability,
that I will, to the best of my ability,
fulfill the duties of the office for which I have been elected,
fulfill the duties to the office of which I've been elected,
and uphold the bylaws of the Queen Anne's County Fire and EMS Commission.
and uphold the bylaws of the Queen Anne's County Fire and EMS Commission.
At the conclusion of my term of office,
At the conclusion of my term of office,
I will turn over to my successor
I will turn over to my successor
all records and properties
all records and properties
entrusted to my care.
entrusted to my care.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, you got one of these, right?
Yes, sir.
Buddy, you don't have one. That make your uniform look
That makes me official.
that much
now.
more sharper. Yeah, it might even get you a jail-free card.
There you go.
Got a couple more.
Gentlemen, thank you very much. Appreciate your efforts.
All right, Commissioners, that is all of our presentations for this evening. We can move into our new business. First, we have the Department of Public Works. And if you want to turn to tab number 2, they've got, looks like about 6 items here this evening. So the first item is in tab number 2, item 1, page 1, mosquito control user fees. And this is a request to increase the user fees for the mosquito control program for this spray season. I get a motion on that? And we can have these guys present.
I move to accept increase in mosquito control user fees as proposed in Exhibit A.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
So what percentage are we looking at? I mean, I'm looking at the numbers. Do we have an overall percentage of what the increase is?
About 5%.
That's material probably, more than anything.
Yeah, the county has very little to do with mosquito
I
control.
know, it's state.
It's
but I
a
was
state
just
thing.
Curious.
All we do is set the rates.
Right.
And keep the rates so that they match whatever we get invoiced by Maryland Department of
Right.
for Agriculture.
But is that what they're saying it is? It's the materials themselves?
And labor, everything.
Oh, the labor, okay.
We've been running behind for the last couple of years, and it's not gonna get any worse. It's not gonna get any better.
I'm good.
And there's a breakdown in there. It shows the more we do, the better the number gets, so
Right.
that's good. Okay. The motion is to accept the increase in mosquito control user fees as proposed in Exhibit A, which is the graph. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? So moved, 5-0.
Okay, thank you, Commissioners. Item number 2 on pages 3 through 8 is the Bridgetown Development Sand and Gravel Major Extraction Public Works Agreement, and this is a repeat item that has been brought back after some renegotiation on the host community agreement for that project, so.
I move that the Public Works Agreement with Bridgetown Development LLC, Company LLC be signed.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstained? So moved, 5-0.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Easy one, huh?
Commissioners.
Yeah.
That was easy enough, all right. Next item number 3, on pages 9 through 13, is the Queen Anne County High School parking lot repair and overlay contract award to David A. Bramble under the State Highway Administration's area-wide contract for $475,555.
I move to award the Queen Anne's County High School parking lot repair and overlay project to David A. Bramble Incorporated, Chestertown, Maryland, in the amount of $475,555 via the State Highway Administration existing contract XY 9175177.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
I have a comment. Built into this is that my dental work covered. As a parent who drops a student off every single morning at that school.
So,
Exactly.
This is Queen Anne.
Okay, Queen Anne, but you guys are gonna do Kent Island soon, right?
If the Board of Ed would like to.
Okay.
Yeah, this is one of the,
Queen Anne.
this is for Queen Anne.
This one's way overdue.
yeah.
Yeah. So
We've been
so I guess my
doing, a little bit of
yeah,
patching.
That one too.
Didn't this one go around and around a couple times and the budget was up and down? So you guys, what was the original budget? Because I thought we saw this a couple of years ago, but I don't think it got through at the state level, right?
I think maybe it was part of a capital request
It was.
during the
It
budget
was.
process for.
But then I
for
thought they had
education.
got initial funding, and that's why we went back.
It was
to
initial
approve.
funding. We got prices to do the work we met out in the field based on the amount that was allowed through the capital budget. We actually do the total amount of work they wanted to do.
Right.
The problem is, it's a very small window to get the concrete work and the asphalt work during the summertime vacation when students and teachers aren't there. So we had to push it off and
Right,
get
okay.
it all done at one time.
So what I'm impressed by is that the number didn't go up. It actually, you got it in underneath the budget, so that's impressive in this day and age.
Yes. And this was bid out? It's using the existing state highway contracts, which was bid out per state highway guidelines. As we piggyback on contracts that we bid out.
Okay. So I'm assuming that they're gonna take into we had some water issues, standing water there. That's, the curbs, are we gonna regrade this
New
and,
curb work, sidewalks, ADA compliance, new inlets, and piping that's needed. And a new overlay, mill and overlay to get the water to drain properly to everything. It's been there for a long time. A lot of things have settled, sort of getting back in shape.
very good, okay. All right, well, this is, like I said, we're awarding Queen Anne's County High School We move to award the Queen Anne's County High School parking lot repair and overlay project to David A. Bramble Incorporated of Chestertown, Maryland, in the amount of $475,555 via the State Highway Administration existing contract XY 9175177. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstained? So moved.
All right, thank you, Commissioners. Item 4 on pages 4 through 26 is a intergovernmental agreement amendment with MTA for the inclusion of some bike racks under the Kent Narrows Bridge, where we lease that parking lot for the MTA bus stop.